Jubilee is well known as an X-Men character from 1992's X-Men from Fox Kids. In reality, she was already in the X-Men books for 4 years, starting in May 1989.
X-Men. Get it.
Jubilee was co-created by the legendary Chris Claremont, known for writing the X-Men for 16 years and bringing them out of unpopularity. He also created many of the tropes they are known for today. Jubilee was also co-created by superstar artist Mark Silvestri, one of the original artists that left Marvel Comics to create Image Comics along with Rob Liefeld, Todd McFarlane, and Jim Lee. She was introduced in Uncanny X-Men number 244, released May 1989. During this time, the team consisted of Storm, Rogue, Wolverine, Psylocke, Dazzler, Colossus, Havoc, and Longshot, with their base being an old villain's base in Australia. As stated before, Jubilee's first appearance was in Uncanny X-Men number 244. Jubilee is performing a fireworks act at a Beverly Hills mall. The mall security constantly chases her, but this day they find a flyer for the M Squad. They are like Ghostbusters but for mutants. Mutant Busters. Meanwhile, at the X-Men's base, Rogue still has Carol Danvers or Miss Marvel's aka Captain Marvel's persona in her. Rogue has a fit about how her place is more of Danvers' style and she flips out. Carol's persona comes out to calm Rogue. Dazzler then decides that the only thing that would help is shopping. So, Gateway, the aboriginal mutant, makes a portal to the mall in Beverly Hills. Jubilee sees them come out of the portal and follows them while the M Squad is on the hunt. The ladies get new clothes and hairdos. Then, the ladies go into a club, and after a while, they hear an explosion. They run out to see Jubilee being sucked into the M Squad's machine. The ladies destroy the machine, but Jubilee runs away. The X-Ladies use their portal to return to their base. Jubilee, seeing that the portal is still open, wonders if they forgot it or if it was an invitation to join them, so she follows them in. The rest of the story picks up on Uncanny X-Men number 13, released that same year. If you check out xmen.net under Jubilee Outfits, it says that this issue should be Uncanny X-Men Annual number 15. Well, this just proves to show that you shouldn't take everything you read as fact. It took me 3 days of research to see what they were talking about. Turned out, it was a typo. Anyway, X-Men Annual usually has a few stories in it. Jubilee's story is the second one, Jubilation Day. This takes place right after Uncanny X-Men number 244. Jubilee comes out of Gateway's portal that led the X-Ladies back home from their night out at Beverly Hills. Gateway speaks for the first time, and we wouldn't see this happen until much later on in the series. Anyway, he sends her to a cave that has lots of treasures. Jubilee tries on a tiara and a dress while she's down there. Later on, it looks like it's been about a day or two, and she pops out to steal food and supplies from the X-Men. She stops to watch them play baseball, and it's at this point that she reveals her name to be Jubilation. She wants to say hi, but decides to go back into her hidey hole. Once there, she tries on Rogue's outfit that doesn't fit her. She then puts on Dazzler's leotard and Rogue's tights with boots. She also uses Scary Shorty Wolverine's gloves, Storm's vest, Longshot's bag, and her signature shades. She then goes to this underground cave and is ambushed by a robot dog. As she's about to be killed by the dog, she gives up and reveals that her parents were killed. Just then, she makes the biggest fireworks of her life, so far, and blows up the robot dog to Kingdom Come. After her first appearance, we wouldn't see Jubilee again for 3 issues. Uncanny X-Men number 247, The Light That Failed. Sure, there's X-Men Annual number 13, but this one is in the regular series. The X-Men go fight Master Mold. Meanwhile, Jubilee comes out of hiding and is extremely bored. She goes to their bar for some adult beverages and finds Dazzler's room. She's never heard of her, but finds out that she played music with Lila Cheney, another mutant, and she calls her Ancient. She does like her choice in men though, as she finds Longshot to be cute. Then she finds a picture of the team signed by them and says,
I don't get it. The folks I followed here were all gals, so how come they call themselves X-Men? Unless... Ick. Too totally gross.
Yeah, that joke did not age very well. Anyway, she then finds Dazzler's wardrobe and takes back everything she said about her because she really loves it. Then she just goes back into hiding. Jubilee returns in the next issue, Uncanny X-Men number 248, The Cradle Will Fall. The issue starts with the Reavers, a team of cyborgs that are after Wolverine. Meanwhile, a being from somewhere called Nanny shows up at the X-Men's base in a spaceship. Nanny grabs Psylocke and brainwashes her, followed by Havoc and Dazzler. Colossus is looking in the pantry and notices that the food is disappearing faster than it should. Just then, he gets blasted through the wall by Psylocke in a mecha armor. Then, Dazzler and Havoc, in armors, launch Colossus in the air where Storm catches him. He is then brainwashed by Nanny through Psylocke and he chokes Storm. Back at the base, Jubilee is wearing a new ensemble of the X-Women's uniforms. Now this uniform is a little bit different than Uncanny X-Men Annual number 13. She is rummaging around getting food when Nanny sees her and tries to grab the young mutant. Jubilee uses her gymnastics and fireworks to run away. Back outside, Storm hears a cry from Nanny and she tosses Colossus at the building that the cries are coming from. He crashes on Nanny and her goon. Then Storm makes it rain and freezes the wet ground so that Havoc and Dazzler slam into each other and break the armors. As Nanny and her goon leave their ship, Storm continues to attack, but is then captured by them. Havoc, being disoriented, blasts the ship and it crashes. The team check the wreckage and find Storm dead. The Reavers finally catch Wolverine and crucify him on an X in the Australian outback. He has hallucinations about people from his past. At night, Jubilee watches the Reavers torture him, and she has major sympathy for him, but doesn't know what to do. Wolverine gets himself off the X and looks towards the scared Jubilee and asks, "So kid, you gonna give a fella a hand, or what?" In the next issue, Uncanny X-Men number 252, Jubilee helps Wolverine by treating his wounds. She also scurries about the base getting food, water, and medical supplies. Wolverine continues to hallucinate while the Reavers tear up the place looking for him. At one point, Lady Deathstrike and Pretty Boy, one of the Reavers, finds Wolverine's room. It contained a photo of Wolverine's love, Mariko, and the Yashida clan's sword. Lady Deathstrike takes the sword, claiming that it could only belong to the Yashida clan, or whomever championed them. So this sword was rightfully Wolverine's or Lady Deathstrike's. Jubilee has a dream where Wolverine is in the desert with Gateway. Just then she wakes up and Wolverine is holding her. The Reavers are after them in the tunnels under the base, getting closer to Jubilee's hidey hole. Wolverine sets up a trap with his mask, and one of the Reavers blasts it. Then the tunnel begins to flood. Wolverine and Jubilee book it. Lady Deathstrike finds the hiding spot and leaves the Yashida clan sword behind for the victor of their future fight. The leader of the Reavers, Pierce, finds Wolverine and 6 his cyborg attack dogs. Wolverine makes quick work of them, although Wolverine is still weak. When Pierce is about to defeat him, Jubilee blasts him with fireworks, and afterwards they leave the tunnels. In the next issue, Uncanny X-Men number 253, Storm Warnings, there is only 3 pages that have Wolverine and Jubilee. The Reavers are continuing to look for the two. Pierce calls Lady Deathstrike and she reports that she hasn't seen him anywhere. After the call, she pulls up her rifle and is looking right at Wolverine. She decides not to kill him in an ambush or while he's weak and defenseless. She wants to kill him with honor since she is a samurai, so she lets the two go, this time. Jubilation Lee AKA Jubilee was the daughter of rich Chinese immigrants. She went to school in Beverly Hills and honed in her gymnastics skills. She is also a mall rat, which means that she loves to spend time at the mall and just hang out. Once, the mall cops chased her for being mischievous, and if she were to be caught, she'd go to juvie. She freaked out, and her powers came out from this trauma, as most mutants her age do. She is able to create explosive energy or fireworks from her hands. Later, Jubilee's parents were killed by henchmen on accident. So, Jubilee ran away from home so that she wouldn't be put in the foster system. And she lived at the mall until one day she saw 4 women come out of a portal. These women were part of the X-Men. Jubilee's first appearance outfit is designed by Mark Silvestri. It's a blue jacket with the sleeves rolled up. Under it is a black top with a yellow face, a miniskirt that matches her jacket, red droopy socks, and white sneakers for sneaking. She also wears yellow hoop earrings and 2 white bracelets on her left wrist. Sometimes. One panel, she has them on. Another panel, she has them off. Her hair is short and slicked back, and her face is definitely Jubilee 100%. Her next look is from both Uncanny X-Men number 248, The Cradle Will Fall, and Uncanny X-Men Annual number 13, Jubilation Day. In The Cradle Will Fall, her outfit is designed by Jim Lee. She wears mixed up stolen uniform parts from the X-Women: Dazzler's hairband and leotard, Storm's vest and right glove, Rogue's left glove, and Psylocke's boots. Meanwhile, in Jubilation Day, she puts on Dazzler's leotard and Rogue's tights with boots, Wolverine's gloves, Storm's vest, Longshot's bag, and her signature shades. Nothing from Psylocke or Colossus. Jubilee became popular when she was introduced as one of the main characters in 1992's X-Men on Fox Kids. This is where most fans remember her from. I'm guilty of this as well. Her outfit would continue to evolve to her signature yellow trench coat. But even that outfit had a couple of changes until her classic look came to be. It's very fitting that her first adventure with the X-Men would be with Wolverine. She sees Logan as a father figure, and they would have many adventures later on in the series. But that's for another video.